Hi guys, Micro here. This is my Road to Slayer Master video. This is episode 6. And in this episode I get some crazy Slayer weekend gains. This Slayer video will be slightly different to the others. As it was Slayer weekend, I focused on mostly just the tasks that would give me the most amount of XP and GP during that time, because I wanted to build up as much XP as I could, and I want to get my loot tab as high as possible, as I'll be selling it soon, and I'll make a video on me selling the loot tab. But enough of my talking, let's get into the video. As always, before the video, I want to give you a bit of information on something you can use with Slayer. Today, I'm going to speak about the Tier 80 Anima Core Armor. This Anima Core Armor does not degrade, unlike its other Tier 80 counterparts from Next. If you are not augmenting your armor, this is, in my opinion, definitely going to be the best armor for Slayer. Next armor is better if you augment your armor for Slayer, as the charge drain rate between the Anima Core and the Next armors are exactly the same. So if it's augmented, you don't have to pay the repair cost, and the charge drain is exactly the same, so go with Next armor if you want it augmented. But if you're not augmenting your armor, you can save a lot of money by swapping out the Tier 80 power armor from Next for Anima Core. Anima Core is only slightly less effective compared to Next armor. It still has the power in the stat skill bonus, so the strength, the range, or the magic bonuses. It just doesn't include the HP or prayer bonus that the Next armors do. You don't really need the prayer or the HP bonuses in most Slayer tasks, so that's fine. You can get Anima Core Zaros, which is melee. Seren is mage, Zamorak is range, and Sliske is hybrid. So if you're interested in doing Slayer with unaugmented gear, this is probably the best gear you could ever use. I personally use this gear as I don't augment my armor, only weapons. The starting Slayer XP when I started this video was 31.48 million experience, and I was level 107. As you can see by the amount of tasks I did, I focused heavily in my preferred tasks more than anything else. I did do a few other ones just to fill in the gaps when I didn't feel like skipping them, as they were still a good task. But towards the end I was skipping all the tasks and just going for the really good ones. So what I ended up doing in this video, as you'll see the highlights from all of these tasks soon, I've done tons and tons of tasks, so you won't obviously see them all, but I'll speak about them and speak through them as we go along the video. In the weekend, I done 2 Abyssal Demons, 1 Shadow Creatures, 1 Myth Drag, 2 Necreals. Necreals were actually a really good task, and I'll explain why in a little bit. 1 Calgarian Demons. I would have done more Calgarian Demons, but I literally only got given 1, so that sucked. 1 Elves, 1 Gainodermic Beasts, 1 Gargoyles, 5 Dark Beasts. I probably would have done more Dark Beasts as well, but they were just so crowded I couldn't be bothered. I just typically done 1 here and there when I felt like chilling, but it was too crowded to do it consistently. So I finally got myself my 115 Dungeoneering and done some Edemus. They're a really cool task and they give some good XP, which is nice. 13 Celestial Dragons, probably my second favourite task. They're so AFK but so good at the same time. Definitely such an awesome one if you want to just chill. And then Aerits, I done 17 of those, as I was focusing mostly on the Aerits, as I have my Royal Cannon and everything now. So that task wasn't as AFK, as you have to focus quite a lot because of the ranges and things. But my god, it was good XP. I'd get an Aerit task done that I had extended in 20 minutes, and then it would just move on to the next task. Aerit tasks were nothing, they were a breeze, and the XP rates were absolutely crazy. So yeah, let's get into the gains. Shop XP 115 Dungeoneering, boy. Yeah. So to start off the Slayer XP weekend strong, I forced an Aerits task with my Aerit mask. Aerits were just so good this weekend. The extra 50% XP in Slayer just made it so they gave so much XP. I also had a little bit of leftover bonus XP that I've been adding in every time I get stars at the start of this weekend. Just in general, killing these with a cannon, I would extend the task to over 200 Aerits. This would then take about 20 minutes to do. After the 20 minutes were up, I'd just go get a new task. It was absolutely great. So relaxing as well, because once you'd killed those rangers, it was pretty AFK as well. So I was just chilling on Discord talking to people while killing the Aerits. It was a great way to start off the weekend, and it started off strong with some really fast XP gains in Slayer. And as you can see, I did get from level 107 to 108 Slayer, but it did not give me any fireworks. It's really annoying when it doesn't show the fireworks. They happened to quite a lot on my levels this weekend, but I was really close to 108 and obtained that from this Eretz task. The only downside to the Eretz is if you leave too early with an aggression pot still running, when you go to pick up your task, those stupid elves will attack you and become aggressive to you, so it's really annoying. I then made sure to try my best not to forget to use up the aggression flask before going to get a new task. Oh, Celestial Dragon. With the Nox bow that I bought for Nex, when I done the loot from 100 Nex video, I did Celestial Dragons, and my god, it was amazing. They die so easy, they're so AFK with a super anti-fire and overload. Then it's just Bone Crusher Demon Horn to give me infinite soul split if I get hit any damage from melee range, or if I don't renew my super anti-fire in time. And then it also gives me access to Anguish, which makes me deal even more damage and have them die even quicker. This task is so amazing for Crimson Charms as well. It gives you 2 charms a time, but on this Slayer weekend it was given an additional charm every drop. So these were dropping 3 Crimsons a go, and they dropped them so common. Every single Celestial Dragon task was 300 plus Crimson Charms. So happy with that. Necreal or mutated Jadinkos. I'll take Necreal, use the Scrimshaw of Sacrifice. Every time you get a task in the Slayer Tower, make sure you're picking up your Slayer contracts. Using my Scrimshaw of Sacrifice, I got my Scrimshaw of Sacrifices from doing the Giant Mimic when it was out. Killing him and getting those boxes gave me my Scrimshaw of Sacrifices. They're also Treasure Hunter promos sometimes, so definitely look out for those when they come up because they're really useful to stock up on. As tasks like Necreals that give you no drops that are useful at all, consuming those drops doesn't even matter, and the Scrimshaw of Sacrifice consumes those drops so it doesn't drop anything, but gives you 50% more Slayer XP and 50% more combat XP. So I was getting 150% combat XP and 200% Slayer XP during this weekend on Necreals. So I didn't mind doing those. They're pretty much as strong as Abyssal Demons at that point. Using aggression potions, overloads, just rounding them all up, AoEing them down, waiting for them to spawn, rounding them up, AoEing them down. Very fast task, very easy. Scrimshaw Sacrifice makes it good XP too. Get task. I need another assignment. Order of Ascension members or Ripper Demons? Neither. Error or Desert Strike Worms? Errors! I know Ripper Demons are decent XP, but Errors are just too good. I didn't mind skipping to get them. New task, managed to get Edemus and I was pretty happy. Edemu! Edemus are a pretty good task. They give decent XP drops and they're pretty comparable to the XP drops of Celestial Dragons, but they're a little bit harder to kill than Celestial Dragons, although they can give good rewards like the Blood Shard, and they drop Ghostly Essence and things like that quite often, which are also really good. So I didn't mind killing them. I just meleeed them with my scythe and I used my augmented Torva here as well, which helped out quite a bit, and my legendary pet was able to pick up most of the loot, which was always quite nice. Although they are fairly slow XP compared to things like Eretz and Celestial Dragons, they're still really good XP either way. My first task was pretty boring on drops, it was just all the average stuff, so nothing to write home about there, but that's okay. I enjoyed doing my first task of Edemu and I'm very happy I unlocked them, as they will be a really good task moving forward. It took me about an hour to kill 200 of them, so that's not too bad. It's a little bit less time if I have my Brawler Aura as well. So all in all, if I'm focusing quite hard, an hour for a task like that is definitely worth doing. Next up was another Celestial Dragon task. This task got me to 109 Slayer and 102 range in the same task, so that was great. Then it was back to another Edemus task, as I preferred them, and I got 108 strength on that one. Can't complain with that. Next up I had a Calgarian Demon task, my only one of the weekend unfortunately. I'm debating on whether to prefer these or not, as I do really like the task, so I might prefer them in the future. Let me know in the comments below what you think about preferring Calgarian Demons. Do you like the task? Do you think it's worth it? I feel like the XP drops I was getting this weekend were absolutely crazy and definitely worth favouriting just because of that. I didn't really get any good loot from the Calgarian Demon task. I did manage to get some Demon Slayer gloves, which is alright, it's a couple 100k, and then all of the random other drops add up over time. But I did get one drop that stood out between everything else. I managed to get a title drop. It's always really cool when you see a loot beam and it's worth like nothing and you wonder what the hell it is. and then it turns out to be a title. So now I can be known as the Blood Chiller if I really wanted to. Although I'm going to keep my Jack of Trades title, it's still a nice title to have. Like I said, Dark Beasts are pretty busy. I had to hop loads of different worlds to find a free one. But when I found a free one, they were chilled, easy to kill, so that was great. I didn't really get anything big from the Dark Beast task, but I did get a Triskelion key fragment. And now I have like 8 Triskelion keys complete, which means I can do 8 elite clues during the clue scroll weekend without even having to thieve any elves for them, which is going to be awesome. Celestial Dragons are pretty chill, but if you do forget to renew that super anti-fire, then you can get a bit screwed over. As you can see, I would have died, but my pet dragged me away, so it wasted a little bit of XP as I had to run back there. But AFKing too hard on my second monitor can cost me my life. During the Slayer XP weekend, I did manage to reach one of the biggest goals I've ever got, if not the biggest goal I've ever achieved. And that's 1 billion total XP. So now I'm in that billion XP range. It feels pretty nice when I look at my total XP. And I'm really happy that I've been able to achieve this during this weekend. And in the same task, I managed to get 40 million Slayer XP as well. I was getting a bit salty that I'd done so much XP gains and killed so many mobs without getting any drops. And then RNG blessed me. Ah, wait! Well, yay! That drop made this task of Edemus a really awesome task. I managed to get 7.9 million in drops, and that's not even counting the stuff the spring cleaner sent to the bank. This is all because I got a really awesome drop of Dragonstones that was way over 1 mil, and the Blood Shard that was 4.3 mil, and then alongside all of the other drops they normally do, added up to 7.9 mil with probably another mil in the bank, so it's probably nearly a 9 mil task, and that took about an hour to do, so that one made it really worth killing those Edemus. I got it. I got it. 1,400 Celestial Dragons later. Woo. 3 mil from a Celestial Dragons task sounds better. That Visage really bumps up the price on any task you do that you get a drop on. I was pretty dry on a Visage, that's why I sounded slightly salty in the reaction. I got given Gargoyles, so I thought I'd quickly do them as they're a good task, there's some free money, and I'm not going to complain with some free money. And I got myself 109 strength doing so, so that is a good task. Next up, I did some Celestial Dragons. I got 103 range, and then 2 kills later, after I got my range level, I got a Draconic Visage, which is an awesome drop to see. Literally 5 kills later, I got some Celestial Hand Wraps, which are 3.7 mil. So that was absolutely amazing to see. I've never had a pair of those before, so that was quite good. And then around 35 kills later, I then got another Draconic Visage. So this task was super lucky and made up for being dry for quite a while. So as you can see by the price check, it was 7.6 mil for this task alone because of the 2 Visages and the Celestial Hand Wrap. This took me about 40 minutes to do, so that was probably one of the best 40 minutes I've ever done with Slayer. Super lucky and definitely in love with Celestial Dragons. I then did a couple of Errant tasks in a row as I was really lucky when I was skipping tasks to get them quite consecutively. I did get 112 Slayer here. You can see by the ring at the top, but obviously it didn't give me fireworks like always. During really popular events, for some reason it just does not give me fireworks for virtual levels. Oh, another Visage. Oh look. I never get drops. My name's Microo. Oh, Draconic Visage. 2 in the same task. Woo. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah. And then to top it all off, once 3 days had passed, I forced one more Errants task at the end of the weekend for me at reset before I went to bed for work, and that task got me to 50 million Slayer XP. That means I gained so much XP this weekend, and I'm so happy that I spammed as much as I could. I got some insane gains and some awesome GP, so I'm super happy. So during this Slayer weekend, I did an event with my clan, and I made it so that the highest place max player got 5 mil, myself obviously not included in that, and the highest non-max player will get a bond. So as you can see in the table here, I gained 18.7 million experience, Astrophoria gained 10 million, Corey B6 gained 5 million, and it went down from there. Astrophoria and me had a chat, so Astro didn't want the 5 mil either, so I'm going to give that to Corey B6. And Risen was non-maxed, so he's getting a bond. Closely followed by Yele168. He tried really hard to get as much gains as he could, and he got some awesome levels, so props to him. And my ending Slayer XP is 50.21 million at the end of this weekend. I also have a huge loot tab now from all of these Slayer videos. I'm going to make a video soon, and that will be me selling that loot tab and then seeing how much money I can get from that. I'm going to estimate about 300 mil worth of items. It could be less, it could be more, but that's just my estimate. So look out for that video if you're interested in me selling all of what I've got from this series. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed seeing my games over the Slayer weekend. Let me know in the description below how you did during the Slayer weekend. Whether you got any really lucky drops or just got some awesome XP gains or any 99s you got. Will be really interesting to see what you guys did during the weekend as well. Give the video a like if you enjoyed please, and subscribe if you're new for future content like this. Feel free to join my friends chat in game, my crew. Always people in there to chat to and have a laugh with. And Goblin Slayers, my clan, is open to everyone and anyone, so feel free to give me a message in game or join the friends chat and ask for an invite. I'm sure someone will be online to invite if I am not myself. The Discord link is in the description, so you can join the Discord as well. Have a chat with me and everyone else there. Always a good laugh. I'm now off of work for 2 weeks, so I've got plenty of time to make videos, so expect quite a lot of content coming your way. Until next time, see ya.